I too will add something to that. To remind everybody that one of the reasons we're having the problems we're having is that we have elected commissioners who, for one reason or another, are not particularly well qualified to do the administrative tasks that they're called upon to do. Okay, well, I'll make it very simple. I think you have, you can imagine what a committee of three is, I mean, you can see what a committee of three has done. You will soon see what a committee of five has done without an administrator. I'm
sitting here listening that the incompetent commissioners that can't make some of the necessary changes that a county needs are going to be capable of determining how to do this job description and hire this administrator. Now, I'd be a lot happier if I had as much detail on this administrator's duties and responsibilities before the fact than after. Now, you can pick the charter apart because they went to a lot of trouble, put a lot of detail in there. And the more details there are, the more things you can find fault with. That's fine. Like I say, it allows itself to be amended. It does guarantee transparency. It does guarantee fairness. It goes out of its way to ensure the citizens' input and everything. If you think there's unintended consequences with this charter, you haven't even given any thought to the unintended consequences of an administrator who we may get with a job description you have no clue about, without any attempt to reorganize the county before you get that administrator, or is that going to be part of his job to do the reorganization? There's a lot of questions here. A lot of questions. I've been an administrator. I've worked in places where it worked well, and I've worked in places where it didn't work well. It comes down to, again, what's the job description? What's the authority delegated? And I'm going to tell you, I don't care how competent an administrator you get. If you don't have competent department heads and a good organization that he's working with, you haven't solved any problems. If you have good department heads and they have good assistants, they're going to give you more continuity than an administrator is going to give you, because I have yet to see an administrator worth his salt who isn't advocating and looking for his next job the day he comes aboard. And as far as being responsible to commissioners, I haven't seen an administrator worth a hoot that doesn't have a golden parachute, because they all get hired knowing they can get fired.
You know, one of the problems on this whole business that Candace talked about with the logging and all that, you know, there's a thing called planning. In the Navy, we got a 2 to 5 year plan for construction projects, as a for instance. And even when it doesn't involve construction, it's called planning. You don't wait for everything to fall down around your head to plan these things. And in fact, there ain't been a whole heap of planning been going on from what I can see. And in the last year, we've had 2 unelected commissioners over there. I've seen more action on abandoned marshes and converting pasture into marsh and getting an administrator that we still don't have the specific details on. As I'm going to tell you, there's no such thing as a generic administrator, and it's going to take some real serious work to get the one you need here.
Time. 30 seconds for Bud. Unfortunately, a lot of the things that are coming down from the state and federal government, we don't have time to plan for. I mean, when I said earlier that there's dizzying changes occurring, that's exactly what's happening. I know a lot of you have been following, like the CCO process, the changes in public health, the changes in state and federal funding. Those are happening to us on a daily basis. They impact us critically and immediately. Our tax base has changed. Gasoline taxes change, the way funding comes down, the way mandates for unfunded programs come down. We do not have the luxury of waiting months, let alone 4 or 5 years, to deal with these things. You have to be on top of them and immediately and be able to respond. And that's one of the things this change will allow us to do. 30 seconds, 143.
I have to compliment Commissioner Perry here. Between his foot stomping on the podium here, which is a little annoying, and his obvious lessons he's taken from Joe Biden, we've heard some very humorous stories, and I love his use of the if and the extreme, but there's a certain dearth of real factual stuff here. We really like to get into that a little more. Thank you.